Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, May 29th. A day late, I know. And welcome to the Orange series, where we talk about basically all things Bitcoin and a couple other things associated with it. And I talk about my Bitcoin journey, this, that, and the other thing. This episode is called Debt in honor of strategy paying off a little debt this week. So we'll, get into that just a little bit. Again, first live since I don't even know, Sunday, long commute, office day week. But we're back. We're here, we're going. Bitcoin, how we doing? It's been a little bumpy to say the least. We dropped down to 72 over the past 24 hours. Oh, there's a note here. I didn't even see that. Deposited 411 point BTC into Coinbase Prime. Okay, so strategy deposited some Bitcoin, 30 million of it, into Coinbase Prime. Okay, is that good or bad? Who the hell knows? But whatever. It obviously we've gone up since then, so that means nothing. Take that with a grain of salt. But anyway, we're at 73.6K approximately at this moment. Stock market, how we doing? S&P is up a little bit, 0.12. NASDAQ is up 0.07. Dow is up 0.2, and the Russell is down 0.07. Did you see Dell after hours? Dell. Yes, that's right. Dell, the freaking computer, crappy computer company. At least in my eyes, I always thought they were the worst of the worst, but they are up 38% after hours. They had good earnings, a lot of good things to say, obviously. And yeah, I don't know, man. If you're an owner of Dell, congrats. 38%. That's insanity. Take some damn profits. Holy crap. All right, so why are we here? We're here for the orange, right? We're here for the freaking orange. But let me say my good mornings. Biggest Woody was here first. He wins the award for the biggest Woody. So congratulations. Wolf is here. Good morning. Good morning. Although Wolf is everywhere. Wolf is like the most supportive subscriber out there in the high yield space for sure. A1 is here. Good to see you, A1. Who else we got? We got Parabolic. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Yeah, thank you. 60K, 100K coming up. Maybe I get that plaque, right? You get a plaque at 100, I think. I don't know, but we'll see. We shall see. All right, so what is this series about? Well, we've been doing this for a little bit now. We're on episode 17, but basically I've been getting more and more into Bitcoin, so I decided to get into some topics about Bitcoin, which will help educate both myself, and if it interests the community, you guys can learn a thing or two, hopefully, while we do it. We cover various topics. You could see all prior episodes are up here, so if you're interested in any of these, go check. It's either on the Retire on Dividends YouTube channel or the Retire on Crypto channel. Both of them are live streaming right now. We're also streaming on X, so if you are on X, make sure you say hello because I can also see your message along with the YouTubers. So today's episode, like I said, is debt. Last week, of course, we had to cover the daily dividend. As you know, Strive declared that they're going to pay daily dividends. And one thing I heard on one of their podcasts is I believe their company is domiciled in Nevada, so it did not require, shareholder vote to change their distribution frequency or, dividend frequency. So that is why they were able to go to daily dividends so fast. MSTR Strategy, on the other hand, I forget where they're registered, but they have to go through the vote. And you could see they had to go through the vote for just, paying every 2 weeks or, something like that. But as they're sitting here sitting on their ass, waiting for this vote to happen, here comes Strive. Forget every 2 weeks. Here's a freaking daily dividend. And let's be the first company to pay a daily dividend. It's probably the smartest thing I've seen them do. I mean, if you think about daily dividends, at one side, it's ridiculous. I get it. On the other side, they're known now as the daily dividend company. They're the first to do it. And there are a lot of investors who want to get paid daily. All right. So if you could invest in a stock, in this example, a preferred stock that's going to pay you daily, here you go. Here it is. And if you like Bitcoin, even better. Like, here you go. So that was last week's episode. And, there's more, obviously, that, I was wondering, I didn't know at the time I made the episode how they got it so quick. But again, I guess it's based on the state that you're registered or you're domiciled in. But yeah, man, nuts. Some states are more of a pain in the ass than others, but we all know that, I think. Today's episode is debt. And the reason today we're talking about debt is because, Strategy did not buy Bitcoin this week. They paid off debt. Great. Wonderful. Yippee-ki-yay. The way it was like posted, it's like they bought bonds, but they bought their own bonds. So which means they essentially paid off their own debt, right? But I think a lot of the haters or whatnot, they're like, oh, why are they buying bonds now, right? Why are they buying? It's like they're not buying bonds, brah. They're paying off freaking debt, all right? But a lot of people don't really understand, convertible bonds and this and that and the other thing. So, but yeah, to keep it short and sweet, they're paid off some of their debt. And another nod to Strive is they have no debt, which is another amazing thing. So I don't know, man. I'm not kissing their ass or anything, but I'm just more impressed with them each day. All right, so let's get through this. All right, so I'm not going to talk about too much here. Again, this is all historical information. We can talk about the halving, though, again, because if you're new to the channel, if you're new to this series, the halving is a big, important event every 4 years, Bitcoin related. The next one is April of 28, so about 2 years from now. Right now, the reward, for mining Bitcoin is at about 3.12. They're going to cut that in half every 4 years. So in 2 years, it'll be 1.56. And then less and less Bitcoin will be mined, each and every day, right? So, and at that point, 98% of the Bitcoin would have been mined. So, and it's going to take forever, another 100 years to mine the rest. So, but it doesn't matter really to me. Like in my eyes, most of it's mined. But it does eventually, it's going to stop, right? Eventually it's going to, like, look at this. How many zeros is that? In 2140, like, jeez. Anyway, yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions as we go. I'm just hanging out. It's a hangout day. It's Friday. Thank God. By the way, thank God it's Friday. But yeah, man, it's I don't know, long week. All right, so Bitcoin supply. Again, this is the weekly change. This is the fun tab to me. What happened? So I am showing 3,700 additional Bitcoin got put into the circulating supply, meaning got mined for this week, which is about, in the range where we've been, approximately like 3,000 or so every week. Supply left to be mined about 4.59%, 964,000. So less than 1 million left to mine here. As mentioned before, MSTR strategy, they did not buy any Bitcoin this week. So yeah, it is what it is. They paid off debt. You, as an investor, you should be happy with both, right? I don't know. You tell me. You guys own strategy? You guys in the chat? You own strategy? What are your thoughts are you happy that they paid off their debt, some of their debt, instead of buying Bitcoin this past week? Let me know, suckers. Sucker. All right, we got a question from Mr. Wolfman here. Why did STRC drop yesterday, or are we waiting for an interest rate cut? STRC Let's see. Did they did drop yesterday? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've been in meetings all week, so I don't even know what the hell went on. Wow. Maybe it was ex-dividend date. Let's see. Ex-dividend date, May 15th. Well, no, May 15th. Okay. So what the yeah, what the hell is this? May 28th. That was yesterday. It dropped. It's a pretty big drop. Oh no, yeah, I did read that though. We'll be waiting for interest rate. Oh, you think that's because they're raising interest rate, or are they cutting interest rates? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's use Chat GPT. Why did STRC drop yesterday? All right, it's not helping. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone else know in the chat? Good question. SpaceX IPO 6. It has a ticker. June 12th. I feel like it's just going to be so overpriced. Maybe a big limit sell order, and they really want to. I mean, that's the simple answer. Yeah, sure, but I mean, yeah, look at that. That's weird. Let's check out SATA. Wolf don't miss a beat, huh? Oh, damn. Yeah, they. This is what STRC used to look like, though. SATA's been doing unbelievable since they went daily dividend. Sorry, Wolf, I don't have an answer. Hopefully someone that joins can answer the question. Maybe LA knows. LA, why did STRC drop yesterday? Come on. All right, MNAV on strategy is at 1.2. That's a 2% drop for this week. MSTR price dropped pretty. I mean, 3 weeks. Actually, how many weeks in a row? 3 weeks in a row, it's dropped. This one's the biggest drop, 7% drop. We're now back down to 154. But again, Bitcoin drop. So, yeah. Parabolic, are you saying the announcement of SpaceX could cause that? I mean, I bought some below. Yeah, I mean, honestly, now that I see it where the price is, I'm probably going to buy some today, to be honest. 200 to 5. What? Per share? Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. Come on, Alec. Come on, Cletus. Blue Origin blew up. Yes. Okay. Brad and David didn't know last night. Okay. And they're way more in the loop than me. So if they don't know, yeah, I'm not and I didn't even know they dropped. So that's how much I know today. So I'm obviously I'm going to find out in a second looking at the tracker here. So they're at 99. Actually, there's STRC. It only dropped for the week, it only dropped 0.01%. Let me go back. I thought I saw 98. Or is that after hours price? Okay. Yeah, no. Is this at close 98.57? Oh, crap. I didn't +8. Sorry. I forgot I'm doing this a day late. Now I got to do +6 on the next week. There you go. All right, there it is. Okay, so it dropped 0.59%. Closed at 98.57. 98.57. Okay. Takes a hit as sellers $14 billion Bitcoin pledge spooks market. This was 14 hours ago. That says strategy stock, though. Yeah, man. I don't know. Well, hey, who cares? We could buy at a discount, right? All right. Speaking of Strive again, they bought Bitcoin. You know, Strategy did not. Strive did. You know why Strive did? Because SATA is kicking ass. People are buying the daily dividend preferred stock now. They bought 1,109 Bitcoin. That is a massive buy for them. Massive. Their MNAV is shooting up. It's up to 10%. So the deal is not going to be there anymore, right? The MNAV of strategy is actually much less now. Strive price continues to go up. 3 weeks, strategy price going down. 3 weeks now, Strive price going up. So, I mean, I buy both. I buy both every single day. I believe in both long term. It's going to be a bumpy ass road in the meantime. So obviously, strategy, they're getting, I'm not going to say competition per se, but yeah, there's other alternatives now, right? Again, we used to make fun of this ticker. It was ass T, but now it's whooping ass. So here, they're here. We ain't going nowhere. All right. Anyway, they went up 4.83% for the week. So awesome. SATA's at 100 par. Pfft, beauty. What's it after hours? We just had it up. I just forgot. Whoops. Yeah, it doesn't move. So it's at 100. Misty, little rough week for them, but again, they're based on strategy. Like I said, YieldMax, you got to offer a Strive version of Misty. You do. I'll buy it. I'll add it to my daily buys. So that is my preferred. That's my recommendation to them. All right. So anyway, Misty dropped 10% because if I had what do we call it, ASSI or AST? We'll call it ASSI or AST. They would have gone up probably a little bit and paid a decent dividend or distribution. BTCI, of course, yes, they went down as well because Bitcoin went down. So no surprise there, chicos. All right, let me catch up on the comments because again, we are live and it's early. So thank you all for getting up at the crack ass of dawn. There you go. Susie's here. What's up? What's up? Bruce is here. Good to see you. It was down to 98.48. Yeah, that's nuts. That is nuts. Hope it bumps up once more before mid-June to catch another round trip. Bruce is late. He's packing. He's going camping. All right, have fun with that. Don't let the bears eat you. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Yes, when I first got some, just wanted to get out of Yeah, man, I was with you at that time, and I didn't obviously look into the company. I just saw them as a volatile, option stock to have fun with. Good morning, Draco Cougar. What's up? All right, here we go. All right, let's talk about treasury companies. So part of what I do, and this part's, a decent amount of work. This series, by the way, is causing more work for me. It does take time the day before. I'm not complaining because I have fun with it, but I haven't asked this in a while. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. Hit it on both channels, by the way. Go on Retire on Dividends, which I'm sure most of you are on right now. You hit the like button. And then go on Retire on Crypto. Because again, I'm building out a few channels. Is it smart move or not? I don't know. But if you have the time, if you're just sitting home, just click on both, hit the like. It's greatly appreciated. So we'll get this channel up to 100K subs. We'll get the other ones up to 1,000, hopefully at some point, and then we'll keep this train rolling. All right, rolling. All right. So anyway, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna look at the top 100 treasury companies. But before we do that, I gotta take a damn sip of coffee. Cheers. Ooh, coffee good. Okay. Wolf, I know you. I assumed you did. We just got to remind these other suckers here. They got to do what they got to do here. All right. So anyway, I'm tracking the top 100 Bitcoin treasury companies. Who's number one? Strategy. They did not buy any this week. We know that. We said it 50 times. All right. But who did? Strive did. All right. They bought 1,109. Now, if we go to the previous week, where was Strive ranked? Strive was the number 9 Bitcoin company. They just jumped 2 companies. They are now the number 7 Bitcoin treasury company, owning 16,500 Bitcoin. That is freaking amazing. It's going to be a while till they catch bullish, but it's going to happen because SATA is a freaking monster. So they're going to be number 2. I don't know when, but it's going to happen maybe this year. So look out bullish, look out Bitcoin Standard, look out Mara, look out Metaplanet, and look out 21. You guys are slacking. You haven't bought crap. So move your ass and do something, because Strive is whooping ass. All right, let's keep going down here. Who else bought? Who else bought? We got the Smarter Web Company. In fact, I think they bought more this morning. So this was as of last night, though. But whatever, we'll catch that in the next week's one. They bought 29 Bitcoin overall, as of yesterday compared to last week. DDC Enterprise, they had a pretty big buy. They bought 331. That's an American company. So nice buy for them. Let's keep going. All right. A lot of zeros. Hyperscale Data. They bought 19, so that's a pretty good buy. Saquon's Communications. Now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so yeah, Saquon's, man. Where were they? They were number 40, and now they're number 59. They sold 456 Bitcoin. I don't know why. But whatever, man. It's kind of hurting our number, to be honest, as a whole. Let's keep going. Bitcoin Treasury Capital, they bought 2 Bitcoin. K33, they bought 27 Bitcoin. And that's it. That's really it for the top 100. So the top 100 last week owned about 1.2 million, 1,240,457 Bitcoin. As of this week, it's 1,241,518 Bitcoin, with a total change of 1,061 Bitcoin. All right. So is that good? Not like last week, but last week we had strategies buying. When you don't have strategy buy, it's not as big as a change. But again, they didn't buy that because they paid off debt. It's okay, bro. It's okay. I know it's not as exciting. Oh, we paid off debt. No, but Bitcoin buys are exciting. I get it. All right, let's check out the comments. Let's see what's going on. I'm out this shift. Will live vicariously through all of your caffeine consumptions. All right. So you're out. Are you done with the shift, or are you saying you're out of coffee this shift? All right. Bruce is adding Misty. He's adding GDXY. He's adding Chippy, and start a position in TDAC. Tap that ass. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Silverliner has woken up. We can now begin the show. Here we go. All right. Anyway, let's check out the ETFs. If you see Bitcoin go doan, what do you think the ETFs are going to do? Yeah, they're going to sell their Bitcoin because that's what people do. Most of the sales are coming from, the freaking ETFs, the retail community owning the ETFs. It's not coming from. You saw the treasury companies. They're buying. They're buying it up. It's these people who own the ETFs, whether it's through like a basket of stocks and their financial advisor does it based on the market, or it's themselves going in and out of funds. I don't know, man. I really don't. But look at this, 12,000 IBIT less, 12,000 less. Last week with 13,000. So, Bitcoin sell-off. Why? I don't know. I do know. But yeah, you could see, IBITs, again, IBIT is the beast. No one's catching IBIT, just like no one's catching strategy. And that is why we compare the two, right? We compare BlackRock versus strategy, who at this very time owns more Bitcoin. And you know the answer right now, it's strategy. And that's even without a buy. All right. So out of coffee. All right. Someone's got to go get you Dunkin' or something. How do you add a coffee there? I already bought my 1 share of Misty Wednesday before it fell for. It's always how it goes, right? All right, let's keep going. We're cruising along here. What do you guys think of this series? Do you like it? You like it? I like that. All right, let's take a look at, now we're talking about supply and demand. It says 527. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. So again, based on, how much Bitcoin they can mine throughout this 4-year cycle, I calculate that comes to about 3,155 per week. and we saw they mined about 3,700. So that makes sense. Again, I'm tracking this for my personal preference, because if this was like 10,000, it wouldn't make sense to me, right? But all things are making sense. The math is mathing. That's all. That's what matters. MSTR buy this week, again, 0. Their average weekly buy, actually, it should drop. Oh no, duh. It keeps updating. I should probably yeah, it's not a locked in value. Whatever, man. Who cares? All right, whatever. Overall, they're averaging 8,154 buys, so which is still, again, eating up all of the weekly Bitcoin mined. Strive bought 1,109. That's about 29.9. We'll call it 30% of the circulating additional supply, the amount of Bitcoin mined for the week. So they ate that up about 30%. And we saw 1,061. Again, that was the total top 100 change. I don't know why the color went like this, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So again, about 30% was eaten up this week from the Bitcoin treasury companies. Yeah, so if we look here, yeah, this is under, again, it's under the 100 par. STRC is. So their yield on cost, technically, if you bought at 98.57, your yield on cost would be 11.67. Again, because their dividend, their yield is 11.5. So obviously, if you buy cheaper, you're still going to get the yield based on 100. So, and you'll also get a capital appreciation of 1.45% when it goes back to 100. All right. Sound cool, Cletus? All right, let's check out some comments and see what's going on here. Yes, it is. It's awful, right? Why does water keep freezing up in the ice maker before it even makes into the tray? You know, we got appliance questions here. We got it all, you know. King Sailor, yes. Yep. Follow-up question, is it overfilling? I did add YBTC so I could write another call on YBTC. I had a Frigidaire ice maker overfilling and making big chunks. It was bad ice maker in that situation. Yes, I love the Orange series. I like anything Bitcoin, Rod. You rock. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully I'll make it on your show this morning. Sorry I've been missing out. It's freaking work. Let's see. Draco, I really enjoy this series. The competition between SATA and STC, meaning STRC, is good. Yes, it is. I wonder if strategy would create something new if they see a big exodus from STRC. I mean, I 100% think strategy is going to do daily dividend. I don't even think it's a question. So, yeah, they're a little slow because they got to do the votes. You know, all right, great. They're paying twice a month. No, that's twice a month is old news. It didn't even get, I don't even know if it's approved yet, but it doesn't even matter. It's old news. So they're behind already, but they will convert to daily dividend. I believe that. The water freezes going down the chute. These damn freaking refrigerators, freezers. SATA buys STRC2. Yeah, exactly. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, we talked about the daily dividend. We went through some numbers, and you know, I've been even tweeting some of these just for fun to see, like, you know, how much you need to make this amount per day, how much you would need to invest. We won't do that today, but you know, it's always there for fun and entertainment, of course. Strategy, road to 1 million Bitcoin. Again, no change. Their date showing by October, they should be there. They should have about 1 million Bitcoin, which would, in the end, would be about almost 5% of the supply, 4.76, if you're counting. I'm also giving Strive a goal myself of 50K Bitcoin. They currently own 16.5, so they need 33.5 with a weekly average buy of 423. They'll be there by December of 27. So not this year, but next year. And 50,000 would be 0.24%. Obviously, a much smaller scale than Strategy, but man, they're tiny company, man. They're coming up the ranks though, and they're making names. They're almost just as popular. Now, well, I'm not going to say that. Probably a fraction of popular. All right, so let me go to my question here. I said, how much did Strategy pay for the bonds? Strategy, again, we're talking about what they did with the money that they made probably off STRC when they did not buy Bitcoin, right? Actually, before I get into that, let me see if you guys have any questions. ASST by STRC, not SATA, but still Strive owning STRC. By the way, Rod, I only missed the chippy dividend by a fraction over a penny. Yeah, I know. I think same thing with me on Misty. We'll go over that on Sunday, though. I'll go over the results. I'll do that in the beginning, actually, because I think it's fun. I don't know, I'm trying to make Guestamania my most exciting video of the week. Trying to hype it up. Actually, I don't even know. I hope I don't have an early baseball game this week, but if I do, I may be going live super early. Ice makers are a pain. Yeah. If LA can't fix it, no one can. All right. I see you got lonely in the yeah, if you're on the Retire on crypto channel and no one's there, just come over to the Retire on Dividends channel. Parabolic loves the series. Awesome, awesome. Just got done walking the dog. He's being a pain this morning. We've been walking. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, man. Take out the dog. Like, sometimes I take out the dog in the morning. Like, she'll crap and she won't even pee. How do you not have to pee? Just go pee. What are you doing? Anyway, I feel your pain. All right. So Strategy paid approximately $1.38 billion in cash to repurchase $1.5 billion in face value of convertible senior notes in 2029. Again, 2029 would be like the maturity date. The transaction allowed the company to retire the debt at roughly $120 million discount, which was executed through privately negotiated transactions. So again, the people that, they were paying off, they paid off their debt to the shareholders or whoever invested in these bonds. They had to negotiate privately. I'm assuming that was not easy, right? And they, in the end, saved a lot of money. They said a lot. All right. So again, how can you think that this is a bad move? You can't. I mean, it is, then tell me why. Tell me why. All right. So anyway, let's take a look here. I made some notes for you guys. Don't worry. See, this is what I do. All right. So why is that cell not big enough? Sometimes this, all right, whatever. I got some definitions here. So here are their convertible bonds, their debt. Here's their debt, essentially. Because you go to the Strategy website and you click debt, and this is what comes up. All right. This is their debt. This is how much debt they have. Again, if we go to Strive, if we go to Bitcoin Treasury and you go to debt, where the hell is it? Total debt, 0. Again, just an FYI. Pretty cool. But whatever. Strategy obviously has a lot of debt. Okay. So I exported that those numbers, and I put them here. And they mentioned they paid off the 2029 convertible debt, right? It's still here though. Coupon shows 0. So I guess it's just, will it just sit here? Maybe. Will these numbers update? Maybe. I don't know. Right. Again, I'm not familiar. I never really looked at the debt, to be honest. But I'm going to keep an eye on it going forward. But obviously, yeah, they have others now. They have one that it matures in 28, which is 2 years from now, 2030, 2031, 2032. But it's sounding like they want to get to the point of no debt, so they're probably going to slowly pay these off. If they can get a discount, right? If they can pay it off with a discount, I'm sure they'll do that. If not, then they'll, leave it. Is what it is. All right. So what is a convertible bond? It's a corporate debt security that pays regular interest, but gives the investor the option to exchange the bond for a set number of shares of the issuing company's stock. And then there's the issue date. That's the official calendar day when a newly created bond is sold to the investors and becomes legally active. So if we go up here, This 29 bond, this is 2 years old approximately. It was, issued in November of 24. Most of them were in 24, and then there's like one in 25. If we look at, price column, it's the current market value of a hybrid corporate bond that can be exchanged for a predetermined, here, let me highlight it so you know what I'm reading, for a predetermined number of issuers' common stock. The maturity date here, it's a convertible bonds maturity date. It's the final deadline where the issuer, being, strategy, must repay the bond's principal face value to the investor, assuming it has not already been converted into equity or called early. All right. And then, option traders, here's a put date, right? We see this, put date. It's a specific predetermined date on which the bondholder has the right, we know these terms, we know this sentence, but not the obligation to force the issuing company to repurchase the bond for cash at a predetermined price, usually at or near par value. Okay. And then there's the earliest call date. What does that mean? That means it's the first date the issuer is permitted to redeem the bond for cash or force its conversion into stock before its maturity date. I know there's a lot of columns here, but I got to do them all, at least this video. Then there's coupon. Again, we saw the coupon percentage. The one that they paid off is at 0. This one's at 0 too, the 2031. It is the periodic interest payment the issuer pays to the bondholder. Okay, well, that's pretty crappy rate there. Well, here's 2.25. But maturity date is obviously a little later on that one. Then we got notional value, whatever. It's the principal amount the issuer promises to repay the bondholder at maturity. Okay. Market value, it's the current, basically the price, what it's worth in the secondary market. And then they have a part for a BTC par. It just refers to a debt structure where the bond's valuation and conversion parity are explicitly linked to the performance of Bitcoin. And then there's a reference price. It's the baseline stock price used to determine the bond's terms at issuance. And then there's conversion price. It's the predetermined price per share at which investor can exchange their bond for common stock. I don't know if any of you cared about that, but I thought that was important to mention because I'm not just going to talk about, here's here's the debt, right? And plus, we may want to reference it down the road, but I feel like this is going to be now part of their strategy, not only just buying Bitcoin, but working off paying the debt. All right. Because, I don't think they need to issue any more convertible bonds, to be honest, because they're raising enough money with STRC and their other tools, their other stocks, their other, preferred stocks. But I guess we'll see. I just added it because I think it's worth tracking. What do you guys think? Let me check some comments out. See what's going on over here. All right. LA is the man. Yeah, we know that. He is the man. All right. Good morning, Black Mamba in the house. Your dog running from spot to spot. Walk with a cane. Oh, yeah. Hopefully your dog don't pull you down. Silver Liner, he's trying to bring us down. He sees Bitcoin going below 50K. Winter rule. Hey man, it might, and if it does, again, I'm numb to it all. So I'm here for 50K. I'm here for 100K. It doesn't really matter. LA hopes so. Black Mamba hopes Bitcoin wakes up. I mean, I prefer they wake up, to be honest, but hey, is what it is. Double D just woke up. Good morning. Good morning. He's probably been up. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he's off today. All right, let's see. Is the U.S. Treasury going to be buying Bitcoin in the reserves or something? Read something about. Well, yeah, where's this Clarity Act at? Like, when is that? I don't even know where that stands, to be honest. Will that? I feel like the fact that it's passed or will get passed, it's already priced in. But yeah, will the buy? What are they going to buy? How much are they going to buy? How's that going to work? I have no freaking idea. Good. That will be a factor, especially if others try to follow. Silly question. Do the ETFs have debt? What ETFs? Do the ETFs have debt? I don't know what ETFs you're talking about. Hope to see you live. What time is that? At 4? Yeah. Shout out to Ambassador and Parabolic. They do a closing. I believe it's every Friday closing bell at 4 p.m. for I don't know, for just options talk for the most part, right? It's options based, I believe. Strategy is buying the debt, so maybe they can get a better debt rating, so more funds can buy. Oh, good point. See, good thing we have Wolf here. But yeah, no, I like it. Yeah, because what if they have no debt, right? What would their rating be? All right, good. Yeah, good morning. All right. Chemo kind of hurts my memory though. I'm kind of good thing I forgot. Yeah, can't imagine. Crazy, crazy. All right, so I got to move on from the debt tab, and I'm going to get to my stuff because now it's all about me, my holdings. All right, so just to let you guys know, I'm sure most of you do, I'm buying Bitcoin freaking daily. It's a long-term investment, just like stocks, ETFs, whatever, doesn't matter. But I'm buying Bitcoin daily for the most part. And as far as my Bitcoin buys, they total to be at now 0.27. So I'm past the 1/4 Bitcoin, at least. And I'm on my way to that 0.5. And then we'll go from there. But anyway, the value of the Bitcoin I'm holding is 20,000. That's not going to do anything. So obviously, would I sell that? No, because that wouldn't do crap for me. So I'm not going to sell that. MSTR, oh, that's the number of shares. Yeah, it's weird how I'm just going to do it like that. Yeah, so MSTR this week, I also buy them daily. I'm at like 16.65 shares. The value of that is about 2,524. The value of Strive that I buy, ASST, I buy them daily as well, 1,453. I also did buy a Leap early on, only one. Should have bought more, I know. But it was at like, the Leap was worth 510. It's now worth 1215. What is a Leap? It's when you basically you buy a call. You buy one contract call. You're buying the right to purchase 100 shares at a certain price by a certain time. So at the time, I think the strike was, I don't know, something low. I said I'll buy, at this price at this time. It's a far dated expiration. And obviously, since Strive has gone up in value, the value of my call, it has gone up in value. So what I can do is I bought it for 510. I can sell it for 1,215. That is double profit already. And we're only 2 months in. Again, this thing expires, I think, the end of next year. So I'm in no rush to sell it. I mean, I'll sell it if I need to. But right now, I'm just watching it. I'm watching it grow. Right. And we'll see where it goes. Maybe it'll go back down to 500. I don't freaking know. But to be honest, if that happens, I'm going to be buying more Leaps because at the time, believe it or not, you may not believe me, I was going to buy a big chunk of Leaps in my Schwab account, but they said I had to call. I had to call because it's a non-standard contract. And I said, what in tarnation? And then I tried Robinhood, and Robinhood worked. But I only bought one on Robinhood because I didn't really have a lot of money in there. So, I don't get it. I may go on Schwab today and see what it says today, but that was pretty stupid. It's a pretty stupid message because I've gotten that message before, like on Open for their whatever they did with their stock. But that Strive didn't do anything weird. I don't know why it's a non-standard. It doesn't make sense to me. But it pissed me off, and now it pisses me off even more. All right, anyway, Misty, how we doing? Yeah, I'm buying Misty. That's right. You got a problem? Yeah, I'm back in Misty Mafia. They let me in. They didn't break my legs, so I'm good. I got 55.32. The value of that is about 1,180. And BTCI, I'm buying that daily as well. You'll see, obviously, the value jumped in Misty because I bought more. I'm buying a little more. I'm using margin on Misty? Yes, because I believe MSTR long term is going to go up, which means Misty will go up, and Misty will pay me a higher dividend in due time. But yeah, I bought more BTCI, obviously. So the value of everything here, 29,000. So, you know, if you think about the orange account in general, 29,000. That ain't going to do nothing. So yeah, am I remotely thinking of selling any of this? No. What's the point? What am I going to buy with that? Nothing. Not even a car. All right. Anyway, let's talk about payouts. STRC and SATA. I'm no longer buying them daily in this account because this is more of now I'm considering a Bitcoin growth account. So that's why I converted them to Misty and BTCI. But I'm still in May. So STRC technically did pay me $23.91 in May, so I'm going to count it. I do own STRC in my my bill pay account, my retire now account, as I call it. Misty has paid me what, 4 payments so far this month, $46.15 worth, which is pretty damn good. BTCI, they pay once a month. They paid me $84. So I'm at $154, which, to be honest, what I need to do is track this against the expense of my daily buys, right? And my daily buys, if you look at it, right, we got Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin's 10, so that's, you know, what? Well, Bitcoin's every day. So forget about Bitcoin. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's $40 times 5. What's 200 plus 70, 270, right? Right? Am I losing my mind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be. All right, anyway, I'll just do it on the freaking page. I can't think right now. So we have 4 equals 4 times 10 times 5 plus 1 times 10 times 7, 270 per week. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Again, like I said, I can't think. Wrong way. 50. Oh no, that's per month. Duh, like a jackass. Hold on a second. Times 52 divided by 12. Okay, gotta do the same on the other. Times 52 weeks divided by 12. Okay, so I need 1170. I need 1170. I'll put that up here actually. And I'm at 13%. So why am I doing this? I want to see, and that's even with STRC. Good God. So it's going to drop a little more next month. So I'm making 13% of how much I'm buying. All right. So I want to get this number to 100 at some point. And yeah, it's going to take a little bit. If that makes sense. Does that make sense, people? Does that make sense, Cletus? All right. All right. All right. Anyway, if I do this, 0%. All right. Let's move on. Road to 1 Bitcoin. I'm not talking about that. Loans. I'm not talking about. You know what? This loan crap. I saw, you guys know Natalie Brunell. She's a big Bitcoin podcaster. I was like, she had this video about Bitcoin loan, her first Bitcoin loan. I'm like, ooh, let me actually watch it. And I didn't really listen to the whole thing. I just saw one of the snips and I saw the rate. And I could be losing my mind, but I saw 11%. I am like, what? Who in the actual hell would borrow on 11% rate. Like, what? I'm sorry, but I mean, I was thinking Coinbase is ripping us off at 4 or 5, but I mean, I know interest rates are high, but 11%, bro? No, no. I'd rather not borrow, anything. And I get, yeah, it's half, more than half of what credit cards are charging. But again, we're not comparing. We shouldn't compare to credit cards because obviously anything would be better than that. But did you guys see that? You guys, I don't know. Where do you guys borrow against Bitcoin? That's the question. Let me know. All right, I'm way behind on comments. Let me catch up here. Meant to share that at the end. No, you could share it whenever the hell you want. This is your channel too. I've been watching your videos and love the content. Who you talking to, Bruce? Who you talking to? Dog, don't pull me down. He's trained. There you go. See? Mine's not. Mine's a wild. Mine got a bird the other day. I don't know how, but he got a bird. Rod, if you ditch this and just start dollar cost average daily into space and robotics, I believe you thank me by end of year. This will always be here. You make generational wealth putting these. All right, Black Mamba. Let's hear those tickers then. Space and robotics. Okay. Don't make me do work. Come on, give me some tickers. I start following Para, so maybe I will get notification. It's either Parabolic or Ambassador. I forget who hosts it. Maybe they rotate. Yeah, exactly. Which ones? Yeah, put that in the SPCI. What is SPCI? Is that a space one? Okay. It's an income fund too. The yield is awful. God. What do they own? I feel like we already looked at this. Yeah, I'm out of the loop. I gotta get it in the loop. We don't borrow against it. Delay a ridiculous amount. Keep buying. RKLB. $140. Anyway, is the only competitor to SpaceX. Google owns a chunk of SpaceX. All right. I don't know. We got to talk about that, though. Last tab, 2037. Okay, so I show you how much Bitcoin I own. I know. They say don't tell anyone, but I don't care. It's only 0.27. If that's all I own from now until 2037, you guys, here's your names. You guys gave me an estimate of the Bitcoin price in 2037. And what I did is I took that and I averaged it and I got, where is it? 15 million. I mean, it's mainly because Bitcoin Mavericks number. I should probably take that out, to be honest, because it's skewing the numbers. Is Bitcoin Maverick here? That's the question. Should we modify his number or should we just delete it? Because it's 350. I mean, and we have 25 million. We got 15 million. We should cap. Should we cap it? I don't know. But anyway, using it, 15 million. And then the value of 0.27 Bitcoin would be 4.1 million. I mean, it's hard to imagine that would be even within reason of possibility here. All right. So I own SpaceX since I own Google. Nice yield. All right. Yeah, I guess that's it, man. That's all I got. What we got? 55 minutes. Wow, that was long. 55 minutes in. Woo. Median. Right? Isn't there a median calc? uh, 1 million? I don't know. I don't freaking know. I don't know, man. All right. All right. So what are we buying? What space stock are we buying? Are we waiting for SpaceX, or do we buy, what was it, SPCI? You said. I mean, is that really all it pays? 3.43%. I mean, it's pretty cool that they came out with this, though. Yeah, I'm losing my voice now. All right, let's just see what they say on the website. Oh, 23%. $47 holdings. You know what? I think I'm in. I think I'm going to buy it. Is it just leaps? No, they're doing. I'm sure they're doing covered calls. They got some puts in there. They got a lot. I don't know much about it, but I got no space. No space. What the hell? Exposure. Yeah, 23%. I'm out of them right now. Let's go to high yield dividends. We got a spot for it right here. SPCI. Done. I don't own any total capital funds, but this will be the first. Because again, I know diversification is overrated. I get it. Yeah. But this is a thing. This is the future, right? Especially with SpaceX launching, there's going to be competition. There's going to be this, that, and the other thing. So I assume as soon as SpaceX launches, they'll be trading SpaceX, and then we could take advantage of that volatility. We could take advantage of hopefully that growth, and have fun with it, right? I'm in. Whoever said SPCI, thank you. I mean, I'm sure you guys have told me before. I just don't listen because I'm a stubborn mule. But once I open my eyes a little bit, it helps. All right. MNTS. What the heck is that? MNTS. Momentous. Commercial space company in the U.S. Offers satellites. Yeah, they don't. See, I'm not into. Here's my problem. This account that well, I only have 2 accounts. One is crypto, one is income. So the reason I'm doing SPCI is because it's income. I got to get paid, brah. I can't be sitting around waiting. You know, I got my freaking jail money in my 401k for that. That's locked up till I'm an old fart. So that's that money. Everything else I invest, it's got to pay me a freaking income outside of the crypto. Although most of the crypto ones buy me income too. Pays more. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, they pay a dividend. Hell yeah. What's the frequency? Actually, I did not look at that either. I know no one has, but I'm looking now. Weekly. Oh, snap. I'm in. You ain't got to tell me no more. I'm in. Put spreads. AC double D. Of course, he already covered this. He already knows what's going on. I'm asleep at the wheel with these high yield funds, guys. I am the worst source. People ask me things on X now. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I'm so out of the loop. SPCI is good with all the different stuff for space. Nice. That parabolic's excited too. Exactly. Yeah, it's gel money. It is. I can't touch it until I'm old. Right? It's like a sentence. You get a sentencing. Put your money in the 401k, and it's now sentenced until you're this age. You can now have your own money with no penalty. We won't even take some of it, right? We'll let you have your own money without taking a percentage of it. Wow. Oh, thank you. Thank you, masters, right? What a freaking joke. Oh, my God. I can't take it. I can't take it. The 401k is the biggest crapshoot ever. I'll do another video on that maybe another day if I feel like it. But because I know it's a controversial issue because a lot of people disagree. So maybe it's more of an X thing, an X debate. But I have a lot of experience with 401k. So get ready. All right. I think we're done. But the good news is, yeah, let's take a look at the overview. Let's see what it says. Yeah, don't say much. They only have 4 funds. I like it though. They're keeping it simple. They're not rushing anything. They're not going crazy. What's the expense ratio? Probably 0.99, right? Yeah, 0.99. Okay. I mean, this is all reasonable to me. It's income blast. Actively managed ETF seeks current income while providing exposure to the performance of companies in the Syntax Space Industry Index. Through equities and options, it aims to capture approximately 100% of the index's upside before fees. Okay, perfect. I'm in. I'm all in. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Roth. I have Roth. It's a Roth 401k. It's still crap. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video was for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, then come back next week and we'll try to be more entertaining. All right. Anyway, I'll be live tomorrow. I'll do a Roddy update of my options trades. I haven't done any because freaking work, but hopefully I get some in today, and we'll go from there. All right. What else? I think that's it. All right. I'm going to play the crypto song because I didn't play in the beginning, and I'm going to pull up Bitcoin price, and we'll chit chat. Maybe we'll think of a keyword in the meantime, and then we'll call it a day. Sound good? All right. Let's see. Let's go to the music. Let's go to crypto song. What are we calling it nowadays? Stack and Sats. Here we go.
This one's for the stackers, the believers, the ones who saw the future before the world did. They laughed when the white paper hit the net. Said it wouldn't last, yeah, I remember that bet. But the blocks kept rolling, tick-tock chain. Hard money rising while the printers go insane. 21 million, that's the final command. No central bank could change in this plan. Those around the world keep truth in the chain. Freedom money breaking every fiat domain. Cold storage like keys in my hand. Self-sovereign living, yeah, I understand. Volatility storms, but the mission stays true. Stack sats every day, that's what we do. Retired on crypto, taking a stand. R to the 2 to O to the 2 to C, that's the man. Daily stacking BTC is the plan. Hard money, future in our hands. TikTok, next block, hear the band. Bitcoin rising across the land. Retired on crypto, taking a stand. Building our future with the hardest money known to man. Fiat keeps falling while the debt grows tall. Trillions printed up just to cover the fall. But Bitcoin marches like digital gold. Every 4 years the same story told. Hash rate climbing like a rocket in flight. Miners worldwide keeping truth in the fight. Permissionless rails running night and day. A monetary system no king can sway. From Wall Street towers to a farmer's land. Bitcoin leveling the economic sand. Not your keys, not your coins, understand. This is the revolution already planned. Retired on crypto, taking a stand. R to the 2 to O to the 2 to C, that's the man. Daily stacking BTC is the plan. Hard money, future in our hands. TikTok, next block, hear the band. Bitcoin rising across the land. Retired on crypto, taking a stand. building our future with the hardest money known to man. Now listen close, here comes the move. Corporate treasury with a Bitcoin groove. Company called Strategy changed the game. Michael Saylor stacking sets in his name. Balance sheet loaded, conviction strong. Playing the Bitcoin century long. And this TRC spelled out so clear. STRC the preferred right here. Preferred stock ride in the Bitcoin way. Yield and conviction for the bold and the brave. While the world still wonders what this will be. We're building the future on BTC. Stack the sats, hold the line. Tick-tock block every time. Freedom money can't be banned. Bitcoin rising across the land. Retired on crypto, taking a stand. R to the 2, the O to the 2, the C, that's the man. Daily stacking BTC is the plan. Hard money future in our hands. 21 million written in sand. Bitcoin standards sweeping the land. Retired on crypto, taking a stand. Generational wealth built by BTC's plan. This is not financial advice. I hope you were entertained. If not, I'll do better next time. If you made it this far and you want to prove it to all the suckers out there, you got to say the keyword.
The keyword today is SPCI for space income. Space income, that's it. We want some freaking income from this space crap going on, all right? So give me some space exposure. Give me some income with it, all right? We're in now. SPCI. Thank you, Tuttle Capital, for making this fund. I don't know if there's any competitors. Probably not, to be honest. But if there is, let me know. But right now, it's SPCI. SPCI. It's in the game. Anyway, that's the keyword. You got to type it down below after the video posts, whether you're on X, whether you're on YouTube, you got to do it, or else we don't know that you made it to the end of the video. All right. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching after, and have a good day. Later.